Welcome to Exleys on the NFL.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, guys? This is Exleys on the NFL Unfiltered UK style. Let's just jump straight into it. Let's get into it. And our first story of the week is the full international slate has been released. There is 9 games in total. And I see you put the question at the bottom, but we should ask it before. And I have read some of the Twitter comments that when this got released. How does everyone feel about it? And do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? I see a lot of people saying that no one outside of North America is interested in the NFL. The NFL is now a travelling circus. Roger Goodell trying to get that international bag. Hey, I don't give a crap. I think it's such a good thing because before you didn't have the opportunity to go to the NFL unless you lived in America.
No, and if you actually look, I think it was last year. I can't remember if it was one of the London games or the Germany game, but they nearly sold every seat in the arena.
What's that?
It was almost a sellout crowd.
Yes.
And there was fans from every fan base going to the game just because it was the only game you can go to.
Yeah, that's what it'll be this year as well. I'm a Packers fan. The Packers aren't playing an international game, but if I could go to a game, I'm going to rep Packers because that's my team.
Yeah.
I don't care who I see play because it's possibly going to be the only time I could ever get to go and see an NFL game unless I went to America.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get tickets this year because Eagles are coming over. So that would be like the closest I'm ever going to get to see them play live, I think.
Yeah.
So if I can get to see them, I will definitely try, but it all depends. Usually we get fucked on the tickets.
But we have week 1, San Francisco versus the Los Angeles Rams. I don't remember where they're playing.
Melbourne.
Exactly, is it Melbourne?
Yeah.
Week 3, Ravens versus Cowboys. They're Germany, I believe, aren't they?
I believe... No, I'm pretty sure the Lions game. I'm pretty sure the Lions are Germany.
Okay, here we go. Oh, what's it doing?
I was looking at it, yes.
So we have got... Here's the list now. Okay, so
starting
with... Why is it not bringing up the Cowboys game?
Brazil.
They're in Brazil.
Cowboys and Ravens are Brazil.
Yeah, my picture's not big enough. I can't see it.
And
then you have...
London, week 4. You got the Colts versus... And they are at Hotspur Stadium. Eagles, Jags at Hotspur Stadium. And then Wembley, you got Texans and Jags.
Jags, obviously, Wembley over here is their home team. I wonder who's going to be home for Colts and Commanders. I think it's going to be the Commanders.
I think it is the Commanders. I think they're designated as the home team because that was released a little while ago. Because I remember them releasing the home team things.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Jags are definitely designated as home in either stadium over here.
Yeah. Week 7, Steelers and Saints, and they are
Paris.
In Paris. Oui, Paris. Week 9, Bengals, Falcons, and they are in...
Madrid.
What? How are you seeing that quicker than I am? I'm blind. Patriots, Lions, and that is...
Munich. That's the Munich game.
And then week 11, you have the Vikings versus Niners, and
that is Mexico.
In Mexico. So that
there's more played because Paris and Mexico weren't there last year.
No. Paris and Australia. Melbourne wasn't either.
Melbourne was.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was. No, it was talked about. I know it was talked about last year, but I don't remember if they actually played a game there.
I don't think they did. But that's the international games, and I personally think, from my standpoint, it is a good thing. I know the American fan base is going to disagree because they're losing 11 games, and then that was one of the other comments I've seen. Oh, we're paying all this money, so now we got to get up early and watch it.
What do they think we do every year?
Do we not do that every year? We probably pay as much, if not more, to do that.
Watch DAZN, and if our team's playing stupid o'clock, sometimes we take the day off work the day after so we can stay up and watch it.
Yeah, because it doesn't finish till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
It's the same as the Super Bowl, But I mean, all right, put it this way: there's a guy who's a Phillies fan in Japan. He owns a restaurant. When they're playing, he keeps the restaurant open till stupid o'clock in the morning, so that Eagles fans from in Japan, can go there and watch the game.
We have got one bar in town. Can't remember what they're called, but They recently opened up last year or the year before, and they show the Super Bowl. I don't know if they show other games, but you can go down there and watch that. But I'm not a social person. I prefer to watch it at home, because then if I'm crying because the Packers lose, they ain't going to see me cry. Anyway, Eagles turn a trade loss into a win again. You can take that as it's an Eagles piece of news.
Yeah, the Eagles are projected to have a 2027 third-round compensatory pick, which is essentially what they're trading away two of for Jonathan Grenard. But because they're getting the compensatory one, they're essentially just trading one third-round pick for him. And they've taken him on, given him a 4-year extension. So they've essentially just paid a third for Jonathan Grenard, who's
Pro
a Pro Bowl
edge
level.
rusher.
Yeah, so if he can get anywhere half of what they expect, that's value. Do you know what I mean?
Pro Bowl, veteran. The Eagles' defense last season, the Eagles' defense was a little bit slippy, sloppy, but so was offense. But we can see now they've got some new coordinators.
The defense was good in certain positions, but edge definitely wasn't the best. And then losing Jalen Phillips wasn't great. So bringing him in should help. Hopefully, he doesn't have to be like the best. If he can just, be more than a depth player, then it should help a ton. And with the rest of the positions being pretty well stocked, it'll be one hell of a bargain. Yeah,
definitely. It's going to be an interesting season, I think, next season, with the Eagles getting their new coordinators in and blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. I've seen things that Jalen Hurts is going to be working more under centre next season than he did last season.
Yeah, I've seen that. But it's another new coordinator. It's another way to play the game. So it's going to be... It's all well and good saying he's going to do this, he's going to do that, but there was a lot of this sort of talk last off-season. It's great putting all these things in for off-season and for training camp and, pre-season, but it's whether they actually run these things in the season.
Yeah, they need to make sure they've got some decent plays being called, not trying to force the run game continuously like they did last season, because the season before they did have a good run game. They can't run it continuously. One thing that needs to hurry up is... and this is going to lead us into our next one, is this AJ Brown trade thing. Yeah, needs to hurry up and be done with. But the Chiefs have now been linked to the AJ Brown chatter. So they're reportedly in the mix for AJ Brown. Whether it happens or not will be a different matter. But could he go to the AFC? I don't know. Can you imagine him catching Patty Mahomes' balls?
At the end of the day, the Chiefs need a better receiver than they had last season. So if you send AJ to the Chiefs, Xavier Worthy and AJ Brown doing deep balls, that would be ridiculous.
I don't want the Chiefs to be better than they already are, if I'm honest. Anyway, Packers are waiting on Micah Parsons updates. The biggest question around Green Bay right now is Micah Parsons and his ACL recovery time. Parsons says he feels ahead of schedule and there's optimism he could be ready for week 1, but nothing's confirmed yet. If he's healthy, Packers defense is going to be lit. But I did see a clip, because I think it's Locked On Packers, done a thing on him, and he's been training in the sand, cutting off the right, cutting off the left, and working hard in the sand. And if you've ever tried to cut, and I have, every fucking weekend when I play flag, it is the same. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Cutting is hard on dry ground. It's even fucking harder on wet ground, but doing it in the sand is just as fucking hard. If you've just had your ACL repaired, I imagine that's going to be 10 times worse. 10 times worse. Because it's not firm, it's not solid, do you know what I mean? It's going to be slipping out from under your feet. I hope he comes back. We need it.
I think he's going to have a good year. I mean, he had a great year before his injury last year. Let's be honest. He was because even if you don't look at the numbers, because the numbers don't show what he was doing last year, because they were double teaming and they were triple teaming him. So although he wasn't getting loads of sacks, loads of QB pressures and stuff like that, he was taking away offensive linemen from other positions. So he was opening it up for everybody else. So
I'm hoping
he was just creating
this season we get some. Yeah, I hope he's back in. And Tucker Kraft as well. I've seen he has bulked up quite a bit. He's looking like an absolute fucking savage beast. But it takes time.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to come back from, let's be honest.
I've seen a lot of people that tore ACLs, MCLs and Achilles towards the mid to the end of the season and now back training because Pat Mahomes is back training as well, isn't he? I've seen some clips of him.
Yeah, they're all starting
training.
to come back. So
I don't imagine he's going to be ready, though. Yeah, go on.
Do you see Jair Alexander's crawled out the woodwork?
His cryptic Instagrams.
Yeah, but he's actually done an interview now explaining some of what happened to him at the end of last season and why he walked away and stuff.
Right, okay. No, I've not seen that.
Yeah, I read it. It was quite interesting, actually. Basically, what had happened is, he had that knee injury in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, basically, what had happened was when he was playing in Baltimore and stuff, it hadn't actually fully healed. So what they were doing is, before he would go to training or for a game, they were draining his knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, his knee was getting inflamed and they were just draining it. He'd then go and try and play or something and then it'd just blow up again and stuff and it wasn't fully healed. And so he was trying to play all season with this stuffed knee all year and wasn't actually letting it recover. So, and then you couple that with, he said he felt like he was letting everybody down because of what had happened and not being able to play properly. And so, of course, he was pushing himself more in training and on the field and screwing his knee up more. And then it was sort of a vicious cycle for most of the season.
He's free agent now, isn't he? Or is he still with the Eagles?
No, he's fully out. He's not even in the NFL, apparently. From what I can read of the story, he fully retired last season.
I didn't know that. That was quietly done.
Yeah, well, the Eagles put him on the retirement list. I looked a couple of months ago and couldn't find him on their roster. So I think he actually withdrew himself from the NFL so that he could get his leg sorted. And he's been out about 6 months, I think.
Yeah, hopefully he comes back.
Well, he's not. He said he's not ruling out a comeback, but he's not focusing on a comeback.
Yeah, just getting healthy.
Well, he was getting healthy and he was reportedly doing some 7-on-7 camps with kids and stuff like that and just trying to rehabilitate himself and doing meditation and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, he just kind of slunked away and got back to himself.
His Instagram is weird, man. His Instagram is cryptic. He's proper cryptic. You can take the next one because I cannot say this guy's name.
Calais Campbell.
See, I was like, Calais? Six-time Pro Bowler Calais Campbell is heading back to Baltimore on a 1-year deal.
Yes.
What was that?
My phone. It opened Instagram.
The man turns 40 in September, and this will be his 19th NFL season. Still productive, still respected, still finding work in the league. But that is mental. That is
Nearly
absolutely
40.
crazy.
And he's still in the NFL. And I think the thing is, if I remember rightly, he's on defense as well. So it's not like he's even on an easy position, so to speak.
A savage.
But I'm sure he is. Let me just. Yeah, he's a defensive end. So he's in the.
That's not an easy position to be playing at nearly 40.
No.
He's got to be good. Oh,
no,
dear.
He's going back to Baltimore. 2008 he was drafted. He's been in
the NFL longer than Aaron Rodgers, who is still not signed. He's still a free agent.
They need to give up on him.
Holding the Steelers to ransom, really. I love Aaron Rodgers. I think he's an OG for the Packers, but
he's turned really weird now.
Yeah.
And this whole thing that he's doing where he does his retreat and that's all well and good. But they can't make any future plans about QB until they know they've got a say-so from him. If it was me, I think they should have tried to draft a prospective QB last year so that they would have a semi-ready QB. And this year they could have just said to him, well, we don't need you.
Yeah. 100%. Where did I see? I've seen loads of rumours swirling around that he's going to go to the Falcons. But I have seen here a thing that he said he is not going to the Falcons. Was it the Falcons?
They don't want him.
Cardinals. I think it's the Cardinals.
I don't know if the Cardinals would want him. They just got rid of Kyler Murray. I mean, by that I mean, like, not that they're the same player, but Kyler Murray's never let him past the edge of the playoffs.
No.
And that's what Rodgers has done for the Steelers. So I can't see him getting them anywhere further.
No, definitely not. Fuck it. Yeah. The Steelers seem to have stiffed themselves a little bit there. Draft ratings are down, but attendance explodes. 2026 NFL Draft pulled in 6.6 million viewers, down 12% from last year. But attendance in Pittsburgh hit a record of 805,000 fans. I didn't watch the draft this year. I barely watched clips on TikTok.
I watched a bit of the highlights kind of thing. But I didn't watch it live. It was on stupid o'clock.
I think I may have watched some of day 3. Maybe. It was on earlier in the day. I think I watched some of the
I watched
late
some
rounds.
of day 3. I mostly just tracked it on my phone for day 3.
Yeah. I mostly tracked anything on TikTok. I didn't really watch any of it because it's too many adverts, too much talking. I just want to see who gets drafted.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Like, they make this a whole spectacle, which is great if you're there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not, it's just loads of talking from panellists who, the funniest thing about the panellists talking is they make all these predictions. 9 times out of 10, they're wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I knew Fernando Mendoza was going to go first. That was a given.
Yeah, you can kind of guess like the top 5 or 10 players who's going to go, but you can't guess what teams are specifically going to take who. I mean, nobody saw the Rams using their first round pick on a QB.
No, and no one's seen the Eagles sneaking in and taking Mackay Lemon when they did.
So you can't make your predictions, but as I say, so many of them go wrong that it's just like, what's the point of sitting there watching TV to watch it all when you could just track it on your phone these days?
Yeah, it's
go
easier,
off, do other stuff.
Unless you're invested in, say, the Raiders, they had the first pick, you're going to be invested in that.
Yeah, but I get it. If you're going there and you're going to watch it live, I get it would be a whole spectacle. I think it would be better if you're there in person.
Yeah.
If you get to attend the draft, I think that'll be quite good. But watching it at home, as I say, especially in the UK, you get so many adverts. It's not even worth trying to watch it.
It's not, is it? Yeah. So I'm not surprised that the TV viewings went down.
Yeah.
It's all about the money. You can take the next 2.
Well, the Seahawks talking about a sale.
I did see that.
Yeah, it's rumoured to be towards $10 billion. I don't know if that's where it's going to be valued. I mean, the Cowboys are supposedly the most valuable franchise in the NFL, and they're apparently, I think $6 billion. So I can't see the Seahawks be worth that much more than the Cowboys, if they're even the same level. But Mark Zuckerberg and Tim Cook have been rumoured to be linked to it. So
can you imagine getting a notification on your Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg wants to buy your football team? That'd be funny as fuck. Friend request from Mark Zuckerberg. Do you remember when Facebook started, everybody was friends with... No, this was MySpace. Everyone had that... the CEO, I think it was like the CEO of MySpace was your first friend on MySpace. And then you'd be like, I know who that is, delete. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know though. Would it become, if Mark Zuckerberg or Tim Cook bought the Seahawks, would they try and techie the fucking stadium and shit like that and try and invent a new football?
It, he definitely will. I mean, he's trying to make everything AI with Facebook and Meta and all that crap. He's going to try and put AI in there somehow, you know?
AI refs and shit like that.
I mean... AI has its place, but it is still a tool. Like, I seen a thing earlier the other day, this is off topic, but RAM has got so expensive because AI has been buying it. Like, how's AI got any use for buying RAM? But I've also seen that it has now become more expensive to have AI employees than actual people.
Fucking hell, mate.
Yeah, so it's all screwed up. So AI isn't great as someone to put in to get rid of all your employees, basically. So it has its places, and I think for things like ball tracking and cameras and stuff like that,
that would
it's
be good.
A great tool for that. But yeah, refs and stuff like that it's not good. It goes wrong horribly.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, the Bears stadium rumours. There's lots of talk about them going to other places, Arlington Heights and Indiana, but of course, like any of this sort of thing, it is mainly used as a negotiation tool to say, look, we don't need to be here. We've got offers from these people.
Yeah.
What can you do to help us stay here? We want to stay here, but we're being offered this from X. Can you match it? Can you compete with it?
Yeah, and they will chokehold that town until they give in or say...
Usually they end up giving them loads of money to help keep them stay. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's the right thing to do, but it is what they do.
Yeah, maybe fans shouldn't panic and they won't go anywhere.
But yeah, I mean, Bears at the moment aren't looking to actually move stadiums.
The Bears have been there for years. It's not... We had this conversation a while ago about Raiders and stuff like that. Teams shouldn't relocate for money. I think it's stupid. But yeah.
It's going to be what it's going to be, but I mean, as it stands, the Bears aren't going anywhere for the next season or two, so fans ain't got to panic just yet.
Don't panic, the Bears will be here. George Pickens explored trade market before signing. So George Pickens, wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, and his agent reportedly explored trade options before signing the one-year franchise tender worth $27.3 million. But they just wanted to see if any other teams would give him that long-term extension. And I don't think anyone wanted to hand out that money after last season.
I think what really happened is they went to see if they could get what he thought he was worth. But the problem with George Pickens is he's good for the first season and he's calm. But you look at what happened with the end of him in Pittsburgh. There was so much drama. He's not worth that top tier Jamar Chase kind of money if he's going to bring on them problems.
Yeah,
so you're not going to offer him a long-term contract at Jamar Chase money if you don't know whether he's going to revert back to the old George Pickens.
The old diva wide receiver style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the Cowboys have got him again for another year.
Yeah, he's signed the tag. He's going to be there for the next year. Whether he gets that long-term contract, I think he will if he wants it. But I think Jerry's going to try and haggle him down on the money as much as he can.
You know he's going to.
Yeah, I mean, look what happened with Micah and, you know, so the money's what's going to hold him back. He's going to believe he's worth Jamar Chase money.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Jones and everybody else knows he probably isn't. If he puts together the same sort of season as he did last season, yes, give him that big money. But he's got to put that big season together. He's got to have zero dramas before he's going to get that big money.
Yeah, wow. Anyway, we have a new little topic called Exleys Random Gridiron Fact. It's just something I thought this would be good. See if we can spark some interest. A player once scored for the wrong team after recovering a fumble and getting confused on the field. You probably know who it is. Have you read it? Do you know who it is?
I've read it, Nat. I think it was probably concussion that got him confused.
That player was Vikings legend Jim Marshall back in 1964. He picked up a fumble against the 49ers, got turned around and ran 66 yards the wrong way into his own end zone, giving the other team a safety. And somehow, despite one of the most famous mistakes in NFL history, he's still remembered as one of the toughest and most respected defensive players ever. Even crazier, the Vikings still came back and won that game. Bro must have had his brains mashed against the floor. Like, he must have been knocked the fuck out.
Like, the rest of that game, you're probably going to be panicking, shit, we've got to win this now, so I don't look so dumb.
Or, like, shit, am I going the right way?
Well, like, even if you realise what you've done after the fact, you're going to be hoping for the rest of that game that your team wins.
Yeah, that is...
Because if they don't, that's the pinpoint. That's going to have been the pinnacle of the training topics.
If Jim hadn't fucking returned that the wrong way, we would have got that. We would have won that. Yeah, if it was one touchdown in it, do you know what I mean? You'd be kicking yourself for that. I bet that sticks in his head. Like... forever. I fucked that up.
Oh, yeah. Like, whatever happens for the rest of the game, like, and the season, and the rest of his career, he's always going to remember that, I bet.
Yeah.
But I went the wrong fucking way.
That is our new segment every week, and if anyone watching, listening, whatever, however, even if probably no one does, then give us a random gridiron fact, and we will talk about it on here. And tell everyone these random facts that we have found. I've got a few lined up. But it's got to be an
unusual one.
Yeah, like this Jim Marshall returning a touchdown the wrong way. But I have nothing else. How about you, Steve? No? That's it then. Thanks for watching Exleys on the NFL or listening to Exleys on the NFL. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Exleys NFL Podcast and TikTok Tony Exley12. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube and we will see you in 2 weeks.
That's all from us. See you next week on Exleys on the NFL, and thanks for watching.
1, 2,